Hello guys and gals, and this is another Vlog Friday. This one will probably be no different than any other ones. I did want to touch upon some different topics that, and we will be going over the usual list. I always have the same list because I find it important to have. Anyways, yeah, anyways. Let's talk about the, well, let's see. I believe it's called the service industry. I think that's like the health services industry. The people that, are in a, position of service, that would be cashiers, what do they call the people that work the desks at, airport places? Them, stuff like that. Anyways, I saw a short animated thing, and it really opened my eyes to how we can overlook people that are in a serving position, like cashiers, stuff like that. And largely it is about assigning blame and how we sometimes assign blame improperly, I guess is the way I want to say it. Anyways, yeah, I did actually do a reaction video to that particular video, but I'm just waiting for permission to actually post it from the author of the original content. I will put a link to the video in the description, though, so you can see it yourself. And eventually, hopefully that goes live eventually. Anyways, what we will talk about, though, is in this particular scenario, it did take place at an airport. And because of the snow and the weather, it was the fault of the weather, all the flights were canceled, at least in this animated short. And that might not be quite as poignant now with the virus and people traveling less and countries closing their borders. But it seemed like everyone was upset with the I don't know. See, I don't know what the name of the title is. I don't think it's flight attendant. but it really wasn't anybody's fault except for the weather, because it was weather that was the reason all the planes were canceled. And so everyone was mad at the checker, maybe it is. Flight checker, the dude that sells the tickets. I don't know. But that got me to thinking that it's easy to place blame where it isn't deserved. And it goes back to one of these that we're going to touch on. But and I will focus on that a little bit later. Anyways, let's start out with this. It's still possible to be it is a new year. But it's still possible to to get the gloomies, to get depressed, stuff like that, because times are still uncertain. And so, anyways, to help those go away, sometimes do something you enjoy at least once a day. Make sure it's something legal, and that is helpful. And so. That could be to eat a donut if it is within your diet, if it isn't outside of your dietary restrictions or anything like that. Something simple, something like that. Anyways, so you should pamper yourself, treat yourself nice. Anyways. Number two is there's always someone who cares, and it's easy, I think, that technology has made it a lot more difficult, if anything. It's made it easier to communicate, I guess, but it's made communication more vacant, is the way I'll say it. Maybe less meaningful, because there's less human contact, and that is also partially due to the virus, of course. But it's really easy to fall into a it's easy to think that nobody cares. Usually people can be in their own little world, and it's easy to forget to express how much somebody means to you because we take it for granted, or they take it for granted, and so yeah. But the thing to consider is there's always someone who cares. Number 3 is really important, and it ties into number 5, I think. Yeah. Everything ties into number 5, basically. And that is basically what usually holds this all together. If you're suffering from an affliction, there's no shame in seeking help, and that can be a physical affliction like, I don't know, an injury, a wound. Or it can be something more emotional, and so there's no shame in therapy or anything like that. This world, life tends to be unfair sometimes. Sometimes it just feels more like that than usual, and it can be difficult to cope. And if medication helps you cope, then by all means, medication is the way to go. Now, I really admire people that can actually handle depression and stuff like that without medicine, because that isn't easy. That takes more probably more fortitude than I have, actually, and they have my admiration and respect for that. But still, we're going to go into more into that in number 5, but we're going to stick with number 4 for now. No matter how bad things get, there's always hope, and hey, it's a new year, so there's always new hope. Yeah. So yeah, it's always good to focus on the positive side of things. I always try to do that, and you should always hold on to hope. I mean, things might get pretty bad. Excuse me, man. Okay. I am a lot better. That Mucinex just cleared everything right up. Still have a little bit of a cough, but that's it. Anyways, but hope. It's kind of the difference between happiness and joy, and I've gone over this in like practically every other one, so we're not going to focus on this one too much, but as long as you have hope, you have the world, basically. And that's easier said than done. I totally agree with that, but you should always hold on to hope. Societal tags and labels are pointless. People are people, and this is really the core concept that I wanted to cover. And I always try and focus on this. It's my opinion, rather, more than it probably can't be proven, but it's more my opinion or belief that everyone is important to society. I mean, I hear a lot about people, committing suicide. There was, I'm not sure if it was suicide or not, but there was Chester Bennington. There was, Robin Williams. There was, countless people who basically reached the pinnacle of their career and then realized, well, there isn't anything else, at least in their mind. So, and I'm sure there was probably maybe other issues. And maybe they weren't thinking clearly when they did it, but in my opinion, anyways, everyone has something to contribute to society. And people are people, like, basically regardless of their belief system, regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of basically the color of their skin, their race, their creed, their religion. People are people. I mean, we all have the same blood running through our veins. I mean, that's the way I see it. And so, yeah. And it's just kind of sad when I hear that somebody checks out early, and I think that society as a whole misses out. I also feel that people miss out if they pass judgment early, or they judge someone based on something, a societal tag, for example. I don't know. I just feel that people miss out if they don't give people the benefit of the doubt. Blah, 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 blah. And it saddens me, really. But, yeah. You should always give someone a chance, and you might find a really great friend. Number 6 is be yourself. There will never be another you, and that's true. Excuse me. I'm talking, and I need to get a drink or something. Anyways, the big, well, you know, the people that have really established themselves on YouTube, I don't know, you know, like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Mr. Beast or something like that. I don't know who that is exactly. I've never actually seen any of their videos. I mean, Mr. Beast or The Beast or something like that. Anyways, I have no idea who they are, but anyways, they apparently have like millions and millions of followers. But anyways, they got where they were because they were themselves. They didn't pretend to be somebody else. They didn't alter who they were in order to get views or anything like that. So you should always be yourself because you always have something unique to contribute. And so yeah. Anyways, it's easy to maybe fall into the mold, and you know, there's nothing wrong with dressing for success or anything like that, or following trends. That's basically common. I mean, and basically probably can help you discover an identity. But anyways, identity is important. It can be easy to see in the magazine someone like super popular and like, I want to be like them. But the truth is you should be like you because you are a great person and you are awesome. You have ideas that probably nobody else has, and you always have something to contribute to society just by being yourself. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to share. We really need to, there are people who are basically essential, and they put up with a lot of stuff. Of course, talk about the people in the, I don't know, I'm going to go back to the little animated short. It will be in the description if you want to click on it, provided I'm trying to get a hold of the artist, so the original artist, so that I can do a reaction video to that one. And eventually that will go through. It's just a waiting game, which is fine. Anyways, people that sometimes people have thankless jobs, and it can be easy to take them for granted. I mean, like doctors and nurses, essential, of course, essential to society, and I think people sometimes take them for granted. My mom was a nurse. And it's easy to just assume that they'll always be there. Well, parents, you know, doctors and nurses and people, you know, in the, you know, necessary people. It's, as I said before, it's easy to take for granted everything they do, and it is a rather thankless job. My mom was fortunate, I guess, that being a diabetic, she lost her sense of smell rather early on. So I guess that was because of her diabetes. I don't know. They never did find out why she lost her sense of smell, but she completely lost her sense of smell. And so, yeah. But she died, 2 years ago, and she had lost her sense of smell, years and years and years before that. But then again, given that mainly her job was doing some very smelly jobs, it was probably for the best that she did. Anyways, it's just easy to take people for granted, and you shouldn't really do that. Just tell someone that you appreciate them at least once a day. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video there. I've been rambling on for about 15 minutes, and this video goes live in a few hours, so I better get this uploaded. Anyways, if you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. And if you want to support me in any way, all that information will be in the description below. As always, thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.